The June jobs report is out, showing the unemployment rate last month ticked down to 4.1%. The White House is celebrating the report, but many economists say the underlying numbers show there's trouble ahead for the private sector. National correspondent Atra El-Nashar reports from Washington.
June marked another month when the American job market defied expectations, adding 147,000 jobs according to the Labor Department. But about half of that, 73,000, comes from state and local government employment, not the private sector.
The private sector actually is very weak in this Labor Department report. We saw the labor force shrink in the latest snapshot. Labor force participation declined. That's the percentage of people working or looking for work.
At the White House, every piece of economic data carries weight because 5.5 months into his second term, more Americans say President Trump is responsible for the economy than President Biden. For the first time, a plurality of Trump voters agree, according to a new YouGov survey. And the sector the president is trying to boost with his tariffs, manufacturing, actually lost 7,000 jobs last month. The president acknowledges his tariff agenda hasn't really kicked in yet, as most of them are temporarily reduced to 10% until July 9th. His team spending the past 3 months negotiating with major trading partners ahead of that deadline. Few agreements have been announced. One of them is with Vietnam. American exports to Vietnam will not be tariffed, and Vietnamese imports to the U.S. will be tariffed at 20%. Goods shipped through Vietnam from China, for example, will be hit with another 40% tariff.
My understanding is that it's finalized in principle.
This week, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell emphasized the Fed's plan to wait and see how tariffs affect the economy before cutting interest rates. Despite pressure from the president, who Wednesday night ramped up his attacks on Powell, calling for his immediate resignation. Powell was asked about such personal jabs from the president earlier this week.
I'm very focused on just doing my job.
In Washington, I'm Atra El-Nashar reporting.